Yo, what is up guys? AD here, back with another Nikke Goddess of Victory video here on the channel. And in today's video, everyone, we're going to be overviewing the recent developer notes they did post on the official Nikke Twitter. So without any further ado, let's dive in, as we do have them here on the screen already. Developer notes first edition. As you can see, we do have, hi, this is Yo Hyung Suk. Excuse me if I'm butchering their pronunciation of their name, but we do have here the director of Goddess of Victory Nikke writing this developer note. It's been quite a while since we've last shared news, so we wanted to catch you up on all the exciting things going on. The feedback we've received so far for Nikke has been absolutely fantastic and truly helpful for us as we continue to work on the game and prepare it for the upcoming global closed beta test. We're reading comments every day and taking all your feedback into consideration. There are still some things that need to be improved, but we're working hard to make Nikke the best game for you. Here are a few of the many improvements that we're getting ready to roll out. So a very nice intro here from the director of Goddess of Victory Nikke, and let's see what we do have going on here. First up, we do have the combat improvements. First, the battle system has been substantially improved. While people enjoyed combat in Goddess of Victory Nikke overall, we did note several areas that had opportunities for improvements. We added the option to adjust the sensitivity of the aim, and at the same time greatly improved the visibility for aiming points. So very nice. They did adjust the crosshair, it does seem, here in Nikke, and overall the sensitivity of the aim. So very nice. They did improve the gameplay aspect for Nikke, the combat specifically. And we do have here, we're focused on striking between an intuitive shooting experience for those who are less familiar with shooters, as well as an improved control for those who are more experienced. In addition, close ranged combat options have been strengthened, and we have adjusted the functions and balance of different weapons to more clearly differentiate them from one another. These types of details make all the difference, and thanks to your feedback, it is significantly improved. So very nice here. We do have some details of the combat improvements. They overall did adjust the sensitivity of the aim, as well as greatly improved the visibility for the crosshair aiming points. So very nice here in the combat improvements. And overall, they're trying to find a balance between a player that doesn't have experience with a shooter game and the players that do have a ton of experience with shooters as well. So very nice here to hear of the combat changes. And moving on to the next note here, we do have additional combat improvements. Rapture was also something we have focused on during this time, with the goal of improving Rapture's skills and AI. Hopefully this will enhance your experience and allow you to experience the exciting environments and level design more fully. Skills were another area we've added many improvements, everything from increasing the visibility of the text and improving the character synergies to make them more relatable. We think you'll notice many of the adjustments very quickly at the start of the global closed beta test, and we're excited to see your feedback as soon as possible. On top of adjustments to the battle system, there are so many other improvements that we can't list them all here, but you'll be able to appreciate the overall uptick in quality with the global closed beta test here. So based on these details alone, they seem to have made many improvements here based on the combats in Nikke so far. So I'm very happy to hear that they have been working pretty hard on the gameplay aspect and overall the combat improvements for the beginner of a shooter game, and of course the more experienced player of shooters in general. So very nice to hear of the improvements with the Rapture, the skills here, the crosshair, etc. Tons of improvements based on the developer notes so far, and I'm very happy they have updated us with these combat improvements here. And based on their notes, they do have plenty of other adjustments as well. They did change in the battle system, but it would just be too much to list out here, so we'll just have to wait and see in the upcoming global closed beta test. Next up here, everyone, we do have the quality of life improvements. QOL is another area of the game where we did a lot of work since the last beta. Movements was one area in particular we felt could use a major upgrade. We're keeping the traditional drag and drop movement, but we're also adding a touch to go approach that lets you move around the map by tapping it. So very nice here. You can tap in one spot, it does seem now, to move your Nikkes to a designated area, as previously on the closed beta test you did have to drag your units around. So very nice here for the quality of life changes here so far. And we do have here both both are built to be available depending on the situation, making exploring the map easier than ever. So very nice here on the QOL. They are working on some stuff and started here with the movement. And moving on here, we do have the additional quality of life improvements. Co-op or multiplayer content is one of our biggest priorities. After closed beta, we looked at the feedback and realized there were still a lot of aspects to the game that were not enough taken advantage of co-op play. So we made adjustments in many ways. First, in future cooperative gameplay, skill cutscenes will be streamlined and displayed so that they don't interfere with the flow of the battle, making it seamless. When matching, you'll be provided with a quick guide to make the pairing with other users easier, and you'll be able to communicate using stickers, emoticons during battles. We also added the ability to invite your friends to join you in a cooperative gameplay. In addition, with the complete reorganization of the Outpost UI around visibility, quality of life related improvements such as improving the tutorial and the addition of character voiceovers to the main scenario will be included to really experience the emotional states of the characters during the story. So very nice here, some additional quality of life improvements here to the multiplayer portion of Nikke, as we do have the skill cutscenes will be streamlined and displayed, as well as you'll be able to invite your friends to co-op modes. So very nice, you'll be able to invite your friends to the co-op modes now, as in the previous closed beta test you weren't able to do so. And we do have some communication using stickers as well you can use during the battles with your friends or allies that you did pair up with, and overall some quality of life changes around the outpost, and of course some guides here for the multiplayer as well. Now moving on here to the performance optimization, we are aware that many of you have given us feedback on performance optimization. Performance optimization takes a lot of time as we are aiming for smooth real-time shooter gameplay and rich detailed visuals. We will continue to improve this area until launch and of course after. And moving on here, we do have character illustrations and new content. The character illustrations are still in the process of being adjusted as they are not yet in the final stages, but the first character and additional scenarios to be showcased through the global closed beta test will be revealed, so we would like to ask for your feedback. In addition, since it is a newly developed content, it may not be completed just yet, and we will appreciate feedback on the simulation room and interception portion of the game. So we do have some additional content that will be introduced in the upcoming global closed beta test here in the simulation room as well as the interception portion of the game. So some new areas we haven't heard about before. So overall, I'm pretty excited with this, and they do seem to be adjusting the character illustrations here. I'm not too sure if this has anything to do with the censorship, but we'll just have to wait and see based on the upcoming global closed beta test. And to wrap up the developer notes here, we do have Goddess of Victory Nikke is a game that has been a labor of love for some time, and we know that a lot of people want to play it as soon as possible. While we think it's important to make the game available quickly to those who are waiting, it's even more important to make the great game that you all deserve. We want to make Nikke the best it can possibly be, so we humbly ask for your patience for a little while longer and kind understanding. We will do everything in our power to make sure that your feedback through this global closed beta test continues to be taken into account as we approach the last stages of development, and to deliver a game that is fun as you desire. Thank you for your patience and support for Goddess of Victory Nikke, Director Yo Hyung-suk, and the Goddess of Victory Nikke team. So overall, a very nice developer notes here, and I do like the way that they did wrap up this developer notes here, as they did make it clear to us that it may take additional time to release the game, so we might see Nikke in somewhat early of 2023, if not in late 2022. So we'll just have to wait and see, as they are really trying to make the game as great as it can be. So we'll just see how the global closed beta test does go and they'll continue to improve the game, it does seem here, as they're really looking forward to receiving some feedback on the upcoming global closed beta test. And we do have here towards the end as well that they are approaching the last stages of development, so maybe the global closed beta test here will be the feedback they need to put the final touches here on Nikke. But anyways everyone, that'll pretty much do it for today's Nikke Goddess of Victory video here on the channel. Make sure to let me know in the comment section below what you guys did think of the updated developer notes here, the first edition, on the Nikke official Twitter accounts. I'll make sure to have this linked in the description box below as well if you guys haven't seen it yet already. But before you go everyone, make sure to leave a like on this video if you did enjoy today's Nikke update, and of course make sure to let me know in the comment section below what you guys do think overall, and if you're excited for the upcoming global closed beta test. But with all of that being said, I'll see you all in the next Nikke Goddess of Victory video. As always, thank you all so much for watching.